Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you have made it through that. And I hope you've made it onto the other side. Because this is what we have to do to win football matches nowadays. We've got to go through that to get 3 points nowadays, you know, at home against Crystal Palace. That's what we have to go through. It's just, man... And I tell you, there is no other team that does it like this, man. Supporting Chelsea is, it should come with a health insurance. It really should. You know, we should get premium private care. We shouldn't, you know, look at NHS care and the chaos over there. You know what? Chelsea add to that. We should get private care. Chelsea should pay private care for us. It's absolutely incredible what we have to go through when we watch this football club. Nowadays, anyway. But we've picked up the win. We've picked up the win, and it's courtesy of the plan that Pochettino didn't want to go with in the first instance. And it just goes to show the message that I really want to give in this video isn't about the owners and the way that we're doing things at the club and all of that. To be honest, some Pochettino here. When you play players that need to play and you play them in their positions, you get output. It's as simple as that. He doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't understand that, or if he's choosing not to understand that, or if there are certain agendas at play here. I don't know what's going on. But the man management through that game was horrific. The initial lineup and the management through the game was ridiculous. Absolutely laughable. And it was because of that, we almost had the game go to bed and we wouldn't have got a result. Now, he looks like he brings on the player that he reluctantly wanted to bring on, and it ended up being that player that got us the 3 points. Madueke. Unbelievable. Now, what do I mean by that? When we go into... Let's start off with the way that we actually started off this game. Recently, I've not really been looking into games on a tactical level and whatnot, but because we got the win today, we can actually do that. When we look at the team that we started off with Petrovic in goal, a 4-2-3-1, Gusto right back, Disasi and Badiashile centre backs, Colwell at left back. I'll come to him in a bit. Gallagher and Caicedo, and then Maatsen at right wing, Mudryk at left wing, and Nkunku down the middle, and Jackson up top. Right? Levi Colwell was getting absolutely cooked by Olise on his side. And Crystal Palace were focusing on that side. Gusto, absolutely fine. With Jordan Ayew, absolutely fine. Gusto had Ayew in the pocket most times. Yep. But Colwell rinsed. Hence the amount of times Olise was causing threat after threat on that right-hand side. And then, obviously, we do get the first goal, right? Let's talk about that first goal. Courtesy of Gusto. When you play a fullback, that's a fullback that bombs forward and has that pace and that burst and is able to penetrate a space. What do you get? He transitioned from the right-hand side over to the left-hand side to compensate for Levi Colwell not being there. And Gusto, doing double duty, gets the ball from Nkunku, whacks the ball across, and Mudryk taps it in to make it 1-0. It's amazing what happens when you have fullbacks on the pitch, isn't it? Or shall I say, full back, because we just had one. Before the break, Crystal Palace get their goal. Now, who scores it? Olise. Where? Back post. Who's on him? No one. Now, who should be, on a set piece, who should be back post? If it's a corner or if it's a narrow free kick, who should be back post? The left back. Who should be front post? The right back, with the ball coming from that angle. But if it's a set piece, if it's a free kick from an angle, who should be the furthest man in that line that's defending from the free kick? The left back. Where was Colwell? Nowhere to be seen. Caicedo saw Olise, decided not to do anything. So I don't know what Caicedo's doing there. But I'm asking, why is he left open? Comes to Olise, brings it down, looks up. Yeah, I'm going to put it bottom corner, nice one. No one coming to me. I'll be in. I'll be near half an hour. No one? All right, cool. Boom, bottom corner, 1-1. Before half-time, what a way to get Palace back into the game. Through this, we still don't correct the situation. You know, and this is where I look at Pochettino, and I think this is absolutely incredible. We made 2 substitutions in the 58th minute, right? We brought on Lavia, and we brought on Thiago Silva. We took off Levi Colwell, Okay, are we going somewhere with this now? And we take off who? Ian Maatsen. Now, let me be honest. Ian Maatsen at right wing today, not productive at all. But I don't want him playing right wing. He's a left back. Play him at left back. Do you know what I mean? Play Maatsen and Gusto. What are we doing? Instead, what Poch does is to nullify Michael Olise. He brings on Thiago Silva, central defender. He tells Gusto, go to left back, right? And to be fair, Gusto was doing a better job than Levi Colwill, although even then, even Gusto at times was getting done by Michael Olise. But there were times when Gusto was taking the ball off Michael Olise much more than Levi Colwill was. But at right back, Disasi, who I don't often use a term because it's taken from the name, and I think at this point it's basically too common, so I don't want to do that. But it's true. Disasi, disaster today. Shocking. Even Badiashile, to be honest. But disaster. Disasi was all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. We stick him right back. So now he's got to deal with Jordan Ayew. Now, to be fair, yes, there's more chance of Disasi dealing with Jordan Ayew than there is of Levi Colwill dealing with Michael Olise. So that's Poch's thinking. But why? When you've got Maatsen who can just play left back, and we don't need to have this conversation. Instead, you put him right wing at the expense of who? Madueke, the only other winger that we have who is on the bench. Why? Later on, minute 71, we make the changes. We bring off Mudryk because he got caught in a tackle. We bring on Broja. That, for me, is like, what is that possibly going to do? Like we saw Nicholas Jackson today. Despite his offside goal, I couldn't believe he scored that one. But shocking. Absolutely shocking. And Broja, no effect whatsoever. It was blank. But we take off Mudryk. We take off Nkunku and we bring on Madueke. So Gallagher moves a little forward. Lavia tucks in alongside Caicedo. Madueke now moves to the right-hand side. And what do we get from Madueke? Bursts, energy, some quick movement. He's up for it. There are players there that aren't looking up for it, but he's up for it. And lo and behold, he wins the penalty. He wins the penalty. It was a foul, and I'm glad that the challenge wasn't stronger, because if it was, there was a chance there that maybe Madueke's knee would have gone backwards, and God forbid if that would have happened. Thank God it didn't. He won the penalty. And then he steps up, he takes the penalty, slots it in and gets Chelsea the win. Why didn't we just start with Gusto right back, Maatsen left back, Madueke right wing? I said this in my preview yesterday. Go back and check the whole lineup that I had here. And not just me. Everyone. I saw many others as well. Madueke. He's our only other winger. Why are we trying to experiment? What's this whole experimentation? Why do we keep experimenting? And then it's him that ends up getting us the win. It's him that ends up getting us 3 points. Because you best believe if he wasn't subbed on, we wouldn't have got those 3 points. No chance. Chelsea were poor today, and we got to be real. Poor. Palace weren't even all that. And this is why I said yesterday, look, there's a chance Chelsea could win, right? Because Palace have a poor record. On paper, they look great. But Roy Hodgson, I mean, he's going to get chopped any moment now. And tactically, it's just a mess. There isn't, you can see that there's a level of intensity, but that's it. There isn't anything tactical there, much quick combinations or anything like that. Players have a bit of understanding in between themselves. But apart from that, there's not much else. And even then, they were able to threaten. And thank God for Petrovic. Big up Petrovic. Petrovic, I think, was superb. Absolutely superb. And listen, if he keeps going, he will absolutely make a case for number one. 100%. He's got a calm head. He's sage. He's calm. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's got good decision making. He's a great shot stopper. He doesn't get beat from distance. I can't ask for more. He's commanding. So far, that is what it looked like Petrovic is delivering. So fair play to him. Fair play to Petrovic. Long may it continue. Keep it up. And if he does keep it up, I'm pretty sure he will walk into that number one spot. But apart from that, Caicedo today, shocking. And you could say that, yes, maybe it doesn't help with him having Gallagher there, because Gallagher is the one that's obviously going to be moving forward. He's not going to sit back. But Gallagher's everywhere, and Gallagher is doing that job that he always does, which is just try and disrupt as much as possible, win the ball back as much as possible, advance as much as possible. He's showing that level of command. He does that. But that's the one thing that I'm saying we can't let go of. You know what I mean? So it goes to Poch. Honestly, on this game, it goes to Poch. Poch completely mismanaged this game. Completely mismanaged it. And we should count ourselves lucky we left with 3 points. And it came courtesy of the one player that Poch had to turn to, who should have started the game. And I feel like if we had played players in their positions, we would have been a little bit more comfortable than we saw that game go. So I have to ask, Poch, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Why do we have to go through this? There's no reason to go through this. When we've got answers here and it's obvious, why? You know? So we get the win. Happy days. We are still in 10th. Now Wolves beat Brentford 4-1, which means if it did stay that way, let's actually go back and check the result. Yeah, 4-1. It finished 4-1. So the table as it stands, Chelsea in 10th on 25 points, Wolves in 11th on 25 points, and Bournemouth in 12th on 25 points. We're ahead of them on goal difference. And then Fulham in 13th on 21 points. Brentford in 14th on 19. So there's a little bit of a gap forming between us three and the others below. Crystal Palace in 15th on 18. But we honestly, and on Poch, has to manage games better, man. And on top of that, he picked up another yellow. He's suspended for the next game, if I'm not mistaken now, because that's 2 in a row. Does it apply to managers? I need to check. You're 2-1 up. This was after we scored the penalty, after Madueke's goal. We're 2-1 up. What are you doing? What are you possibly saying at 2-1 up to get booked? What? And then we complain why all the players are getting yellow cards all over the place. Mate, Poch needs to set a tone. But he's not that guy. This is the thing. He's not that guy. So this is why I say, look, it's not looking good for Poch. It's not. And he got away with it today. But he won't get away with it much longer if he keeps this sort of thing going on. Whether the way he manages a game during the game or these antics that he keeps himself up with, it's ridiculous. So, look, fair play too. If I'm gonna give some players, I would say some credit that's deserved. Madueke gave energy. Was there, linking up, created, fair play to him, had a decent performance. Nkunku played well, but I can't ask for him to put in 100% physically. I see that he's not up to it physically in terms of the intensity. I can't expect that from him because he's just come back. So he's let off. But aside from that, he was great. So brilliant. Jackson had about 2 good moments and about 35 bad moments. You know what I mean? You know, the goal that was ruled out because he's continuously offside, it does my head in. There was one link up that he had with Madueke, if I'm not mistaken, and that looked good. But apart from that, that's it. And everything else was a shambles. So, crazy. Gallagher, as always, for just the push. He's just always present. He's always there. He's always a nuisance for the opposition. And Malo Gusto, I thought, top game today from Malo Gusto. Fair play. What a surprise. A fullback playing as a fullback. You know, Pochettino needs to do better. He needs to do better, man. Because we can scream about the owners and all of that that's going on and the madness that's happening at that level. But when we're looking to what the manager has control of on the pitch, on the day, and those decisions, he's not delivering. He's just not. So, but again, this is why I say this is what we hired, and we knew what we were hiring, and he knew what he was coming into, and this is the level that he is. So I'm not surprised. Look, we get 3 points and I'm happy with that. But the circumstances and Pochettino specifically today just has me rattled. Anyway, 3 points in the bag. Madueke, congratulations. Oh yeah, he needs credit because since he came on, he was perfect. basically. Perfect. So fair play to Madueke as well. And let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Much appreciated. For those that were on the watch along, thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed it for what it was. And we go again on the 30th. Bring on Luton at Kenilworth Road. At Luton. This is going to get interesting. So I'll see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video before we get into the preview on Friday. And then Saturday is match day. Saturday, we play on Saturday. Yeah, we do. So make sure you're there for that. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you then. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, people. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.